for giving me the opportunity to speak on behalf of my brothers and sisters in the LGBTQ community. At a very young age, I knew that I was different, and I struggled with who I truly was because of my Christian faith. I grew up in the church and lived a double life into my early 20s. I remember, as a kid, sitting in church, listening to the pastor say, homosexuals are going to burn in hell for eternity. I sat in that pew absolutely crushed. I was scared, alone, and had no one to talk to about what I was going through in fear of being disowned. I would pray myself to sleep, and was to the point in my young life where I contemplated suicide. It wasn't until my best friend's dad, Mark, reached out to me and witnessed to me with his own story. Mark was told by his pastor that if he got married and had kids, it would take away his homosexual feelings. Well, guess what? It didn't. Instead, he was now a married man with kids living a lie. He learned a very tough lesson and taught me that what I was feeling is okay, and that God loves me unconditionally. I can honestly say, if it wasn't for Mark, I wouldn't be here today. I have finally come to terms with who I truly am and live a life as my true, authentic self, saved by grace. The only choice I made was to be honest with myself and the people I love. I absolutely love Owensboro. Our city has come so far, but not quite far enough. Unfortunately, you have refused to protect all of Davis County residents from discrimination. Currently, sexual orientation and gender identity are left out of our civil rights protections. This is an utter disappointment to all of us and a complete failure of our local elected officials. I don't want the city I love to be known as a city of hate and discrimination. I firmly believe that one day, all of us will live in a city that protects all of its people from discrimination. The future of Owensboro is much brighter than the reality is right now. I believe in an Owensboro where who you love is not a deciding factor on whether or not our city will protect you from discrimination. I believe in an Owensboro where a child doesn't have to go to school in fear of being bullied, humiliated, or discriminated against because they are gay. Owensboro's future should be one where all people, regardless of their differences, can live, work, and learn in an environment free from discrimination and harassment. 15 other cities in the state of Kentucky have passed similar ordinances protecting all of their citizens. It's disheartening to know that I can be fired, denied service and housing for being gay in the fourth largest city in Kentucky. Just under 5,000 people have signed our local petition in support of a non-discrimination policy, and we aren't going to back down. Instead of burning bridges with the people in the LGBTQ community, we have an opportunity right here, right now, to build bridges of unity between groups of people who have never been connected before. I pray that God will open your hearts and minds. It's time to do the right thing. Do this for the future of Owensboro, Davis County. Thank you.